Okay, so we're going to be doing an ankle tape job to prevent an inversion ankle sprain, or to protect someone from an inversion ankle sprain. So first we begin with checking to make sure that the individual doesn't have any allergies to tape or tape adherent or anything like that. And then we also do a circulation check of both feet. So we would just squeeze the toes and make sure that she's got good flow. And you can look at the bottom of her feet to make sure that she's got good capillary refill because she's got toenail polish on. And that's all good. So she has no allergies and we can begin. So we can spray some tape adherent on here to get started. And then we apply some heel and lace pads just on the dorsum of the foot and back here on the Achilles to prevent any friction blisters from occurring. And then we start with some pro wrap. And so we want to begin about 2 finger widths down from the body, or the belly of the gastrocs and soleus muscles there. And so just apply our pro wrap here. And you want to make sure the individual is about 90 degrees at the ankle, so they're dorsiflexed when doing this tape job. Alright, and so we're going to use non-elastic tape for this. We begin with 2 anchors at the more proximal end of the ankle. And then we put another anchor up here at the top, just below the base of the metatarsals. So you don't want it near those. And then we're preventing an inversion ankle sprain, so we're trying to prevent this action from happening. So we're going to pull our stirrups medial to lateral to prevent this action from happening. So we're going to apply 3 of those, starting up here. And we want to avoid going right in the arch of the foot. So just kind of apply it just above the calcaneus there. And you want to stagger your stirrups so that they're not completely on top of each other. You leave a little space in between each. And we smooth out in between. And you give these a little tug when you do them, so that gives the effect of preventing inversion. And then you just apply another anchor just to hold those guys down. And then you're going to apply 3 horseshoes. So these just run behind the Achilles tendon up to the front. So we call this home here. So the dorsum of the foot is what we're going to call home. So make sure they're in position. And we start from home and we just angle behind the Achilles here. And we're covering the malleoluses on each side. So again, staggering the tape slightly, so they're not completely on top of each other when doing this. And you got to angle the tape properly so it doesn't bunch up. And so now we're going to do a figure 8. So we do figure 8s and horseshoes in this, and this just locks in the ankle and keeps it sturdy. And so we start from home, so up here. So first I'll do a figure 8. So you come around the bottom of the foot here, back to home, go behind around the Achilles, and back home. That's a figure 8. And now we're going to do heel locks. So we start from home again. We go under the foot where we went for the figure 8, but instead of coming back to home, we're going to go and lock that heel around the Achilles and back home. Then we're going to do the other side. So we come down under the foot, lock that other heel, the lateral heel, back home, and that's one set. So then we're going to do that again. So we do another figure 8, keeping that foot dorsiflexed. Now we're home, under the foot, lock that heel around the Achilles, home, under the foot, lock that heel, and back to home. And you just make sure that it's not too tight for the individual, and then you just want to fill in any holes. So we don't want any holes in here, because if the they had swelling with their injury, then the swelling would bulge out. So we just want to cover those windows up. And we want to do this actually distal to proximal. So I started up here, but you should actually start more distally and cover the holes distal to proximal to promote blood flow to the heart. And there you go, and the calcaneo should be open there at the bottom. Make sure everything's all smoothed out, and there we go.
Great job.